has an agenda behind Northwest high figure of voter registration. Babajide Otitoju. Popular TV journalist Babajide Otitoju has revealed that he suspects foul play about the high voter registration figure in the Northwest. According to him, there is no explainable reason why that region should have more voter figures, especially after he received information about what happened in the month. He revealed that his loyal friend from the North told him there was no problem doing voter registration in the North, and they had enough machines to register voters in the region. Furthermore, he said the complaint of insufficient machines to register voters in the South were not experienced in the North, and that is why the voter registration figure is high in that region. JJ stated that APC knows that its Muslim ticket is not acceptable by Southern Christians, and the South is largely populated by Christians. Hence, the decision of Inec to declare the Northwest as the region with the highest voter registration figure. According to him, there is no way Inec can be collaborating with APC as the ruling party in the country, because every logical person will see the balances that have been tilted to favour APC by the electoral body. Mixed reactions have trailed Kolade Otoju's statement about the high voter registration, which was announced by Inec. Okay, so I found the statistics of the 10 top states, top 10 states with the highest voters, and I guess obviously that wasn't really given the comparison as Babajide Otitoju explained, but then I saw the same statistics based on geopolitical zones, and yes, the Northwest has the highest, with 24 million, and then you have the Northeast and North Central. And that is crazy. And so the complaint that he says is that in the North there were no problems with, the voting, the registration machines. Everything was going smoothly. However, in the South there were so many complaints of insufficient machines, as well as just difficulties in registration that the North did not experience. And so based on that, he thinks that there must be foul play. I mean, just looking at the bar chart, everything, so North Central, Northeast was the lowest, but if you look at the North Central and Northwest, you know how a bar graph is, they just stand out. And this is on nairametrics.com, and that's why I've also seen these facts. So obviously these are registered voters online and also in person. So again, I guess to curb this, because again, it's in-person registrations that would prove to be more difficult, and I think, not doubting that the North would also come out in its numbers in person, but if the South has technology to its advantage or access to technology to its advantage, I don't know how, but I'm sure there has to be a way. These are crazy figures. And so when you look at all this, obviously this was at Monday, the 1st of August, 2022. So this is just like what? And when we're on today's the 5th. So literally. But obviously Kano, Kaduna, obviously Lagos was the top actually with 7 million. But then Lagos cannot necessarily counter for the North in terms of, okay, fine, you have Kano, Kaduna, Katsina, and those three alone is just staggering numbers. I think the reality does hit that, okay, fine, the population is there, to be honest. But again, it doesn't really take away from anything, because where do they lie in general? What can you say, in your opinion? Where would you say that the North lies in who they want. Yes, the APC will promote a Muslim ticket, but then we also have to be careful because we can't fully judge until we can see how campaigns are going, and I think that would make more sense. Nigeria is a joke of a country, a laughable entity. I blame the southern fools who believe in it. But mark my words, Nigeria will never ever be a united, peaceful and prosperous country, much less a nation, if it's led by and governed by angels. A seasoned journalist, why did you say what you're insinuating now? Every region works towards its goals. Some prefer baby Nigeria than good governance. Others know what they want, Nigeria or Biafra. But what is that supposed to mean? I don't understand. This is the most unwise comment I've seen. INEC has shown it is partisan during this continuous voters registration for eligible voters. There were enough machines for the South. No complaints came from the North about disenfranchised Nigerians. This is strategic and a ploy to rig in favor of their paymasters in government. INEC hasn't shown efficiency, independence. Well, independence is literally in their name, but organization and through articulation of its preparedness since 2019. INEC should simply remove other political parties on the ballot, leaving APC. That is the agenda. I mean, at this point, they might as well just say, you know what, the only option you have is APC. So, now this is another key comment. Nigeria should be aware that election rigging already started. Shorted of registration machine in some states, while some has more than enough. Again, electoral body didn't consider number of death, and those killed by Boko Haram in the north, but still assume the population is higher than the south. The public should take note. But then the question is, how do we rectify this? I mean, what standards do we demand that the INEC shows us? I mean, really, numbers obviously can be easily manipulated, but I don't know, we have the tech, for example, Nigerians can demand for a different outcome. So it may just be that, make registration and verification of identity easy by online. I mean, if it's a thing where you have to go online, put your address, and even biometrics if they want to get to that level, and just your picture. I mean, phones now have, access for fingerprints, for facial unlock. I mean, I don't think it's of the most technology for a government to use, but we are really, really behind. Like, registration online should be so free. I mean, it should be easy because we have the tech that already verifies your identity because you're in the system. So we're just so behind, and I think the problems or solutions we try to bring is like, we have to be realistic to the backwardness of Nigeria. So it just wouldn't work. I think for now, we just need to make find an accountable way of tracking voter registration, even though it's going to be in person. I just think that's the only way. I don't know how, but we are going to have to, because if we don't, then we will have the same results that we've always been having. But what do you think about this in the comment section below? And don't forget to like and subscribe.